My name is Bill Rosborough. I'm originally from Moline, Illinois, and currently reside in Hubert, North Carolina. I'm married. I have 4 children. I got a son 19, a daughter who is 18, a son 14, and a son 13. My son Jordan, who's a freshman in high school, is with me. When we were out practicing, I had to try to teach him a little bit about golf because he doesn't play golf, so I had to give him the ins and outs of what to expect while he was here. A good friend of mine that I met at last year's tournament, who works for American Airlines, named Chris Broom, is my caddy. We've became good friends over this past year. It was one of those experiences that you'll never forget. I mean, it's up there with graduating from Marine Corps boot camp. There's certain things that I can't remember anymore, but that I'll never forget. I mean, I got to meet a great group of guys. I got to spend time with, my favorite president of all time, and it was just nonstop camaraderie, telling different stories about what works and what doesn't, what healthcare is working for me, what's working for you. The golf was a serious part of it, but it was kind of on the side. It was more of a, let's get together, let's spend some time with the president because he's the kind of guy that wants to spend time with us. Well, I went in the Marine Corps in 1991 after 3 years of college. I was deployed to Iraq in 2004, and I'd been there a little over 6 months, and I actually had volunteered to stay a few extra weeks for some replacements to get in. And 6 days before I was going to leave, a couple trucks full of explosives penetrated the position that I was at, and suicide drivers blew themselves up in the trucks, and I was affected by both blasts. I have a plate in my forehead because I was crushed in the face and the nose, and so my sinuses and forehead was crushed, so that's been plated, and then pretty much the whole left side of my body. So my nose was over here and flapped open, and I was blown open under my neck here, and then I was cut above the elbow about halfway through my arm, and it cut the nerves and the tendons and the muscles. That was a big thing. I was wondering if it was kind of like I would have rather either looked down and saw nothing wrong or not seen the arm. It was kind of in between because I didn't know what was going to come back and what wasn't. So I have a whole lot of nerve damage. I got 2 good fingers on this hand, and then I have nerve damage in my leg, ankle, and foot too. So I can just feel about half of my foot and half of my ankle. And then of course there's PTSD, traumatic brain injury. I just had a spinal cord stimulator implanted in my back in May, which has really helped my sciatica and back pain in my legs and lower back. Wow, it was a long time, and I would say I'm still recovering, but I had so many surgeries that it seemed like every time I felt better that I had to have surgery again. So I would say at least a solid couple of years, and then I'd start swinging a golf club again, and because I played golf now 30 years, but since I was 12, and actually used to be able to play this game pretty well, but every time I'd start swinging the club again, then the doctor, my hand and arm specialist would say, "Oh, you got to get another surgery on your arm, or take some nerves out of your leg and try to put them in your arm." So it was a long process of trying to get back to swinging a golf club, and then trying to find a golf swing that would work, that I wasn't horrible, but also that worked with my back problems and everything else. So it was a long experience. Golf has been a major portion of my life, so I can't imagine what my recovery would have been like without golf. I mean, I could almost say golf kind of saved my life in a way, because when I had gotten hurt and I had drifted into the depression, when I was able to get away from all that and stop, it was when I decided to start playing golf again. Just point me to the first tee and tell me what the course record is. I think this year is going to be a huge improvement. If I would have just played bad 2 days in a row last year, I would have finished in the top 3. So, with my stimulator and the reduction in my back pain and everything, I should be doing pretty well. And I also have been working really hard.